Hello, 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 and welcome back to my channel, Delilah's Paris with Indian Hen Farm. I'm so excited to be back. I I have missed this, and miss y'all. Even though I don't actually see your faces, I know it sounds so strange, but this is my way of connecting with the world. Yeah, that sounds really strange. Okay, y'all. So we're working on this interactive journal, and I gotta tell you, I'm inspired to finish because this journal's already found a home. So I need to finish it, and my daughter's at camp, and then she comes back, and she has 3 days, and then she starts school, which is always sort of this like semi-sweet, I don't know, spicy, because I enjoy having her around, but at the same time, it's it's easy to play hooky. Let me put it that way. Okay, y'all. So, this next journal spread is the start or the last part of one signature, and then I'm starting my next signature. So, obviously, put these ideas in any journal. All of these ideas, I believe, are super easy and take the mystery out of things. I'm not a rocket scientist, but I find I really like step-by-step tutorials. Anyway, okay, let me just get started. So, there's a few things I wanted to share with you before we get started. One is I'm just finishing the collage on this little piece, and I wanted to show y'all, I think I talked about this once. This is the like book cloth. When I tear off these books, I get little pieces of it. And I love using this in collage. So my intention, and I'm not going to do this while y'all sit and wait on me, is to use this book cloth because I had this little piece of paper that I kind of tore up and distressed. And I think it was going to go this way with this up here. And then I've got this little birdie that I was going to use here. So I just wanted to show you how great that looks in collage. Okay, so when you're tearing up, gutting your books and reusing things, save, if you get a chunk of that, which I try now to harvest it, it's just so perfectly yummy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on, I'm going to give you a preview. So this page is going to have, well, my collage here. And then I've got one of my double belly bands. And I offset that just a little bit. So I was going to put this really great journaling card, which I think works for sort of nighttime, because it's nighttime. I think I'm going to put this one here. And then I have a little vellum envelope. And I haven't finished doing my treatment on this. Nope, you know what? This one's going to go here. Look at me. I might be a little rusty, guys. Haven't videoed in a couple weeks. Okay, we're going to put this one down here. And then I thought I'd put this one back here. And I was going to fill it with some goodies. So that's that sort of page idea for this journal. And then we come over here. So this is the signature, like I said, for the second signature, the start of it. And I made these jumbo tags, which I'll link to the tutorial. I have a whole bunch of them. So I glued this. I got this one on here. Oh, there's one of my hairs. Get a piece of paper here. This will work. So this has, a pocket here that I'll put something in. Another belly band. Okay. And this is going to flip. So I'm using that as I'm adding it to the page to extend it and also to give it some interest. And then we flip it, and then I've got a pocket here. So I did this with one 12 by 12, okay? And then for this next page, I glued my paper on and created a secret pocket here with this journaling card. Okay, so that's how I did this page. And then Ah, okay. I love that. And then the back of this is journaling space, and I added, just as a placeholder, I don't know if this will stay. Probably, it might. I'll add some journaling paper in there. Okay, so let's see how far we get, and if we get far enough, yeah. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to move this one here and get my journal, this one. So I'm going to pick out a piece of 12 by 12. I've got this Rose Faith Meadow, the paper studio. This had some really great dark pages in it. So let's just pick one. I know there's some in here that'll work. That one's too bright, too happy. I like that. And I thought, ooh, I'm gonna go with this one. So I'm gonna tear this out. And this is a 12 by 12, like I said, scrapbook. It's a scrapbook weight, which I like to start each signature. Should I bring y'all up a little bit? Here, let's see. I know, I've got that old school setup. Okay. I like to start each signature and end it a lot. I don't always do this, but I like to do it because it sandwiches in some of my lighter papers and sort of protects everything. That's just me. Y'all do it any way you want. Okay. So this is what we're creating here, I'll flip this so you can see it really well. So we've got this page here. This is my scrapbook paper, and it's glued on to my next page, which is writing space. So I've got, two pieces here, right? Okay. So the first thing I need to do is figure out what size I need this to be. So I'm going to pull this one out. And remember, paper has a memory. No, you know, this doesn't always work for me. Sometimes I have to cut it the opposite way because of the way the pattern is. But I prefer... Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh. Oh, Lordy, what are we going to do with me? Okay, so I know I want it about here. Oh. Really? Does this one work? Oh, you know what? It's right here. I'm like, I know I got a pencil out that worked. Oh, okay. So, Fisco's is on 40% off this week at Hobby Lobby. But I'm not going to do it. I am going to keep using my cheapy paper cutter and hold off. I've been thinking a lot, and it might be what's going on in the world. I'm not going to get political. I'm just going to say what's going on in the world. That's making me feel a little, I don't know, like I want to be a better person. I want to try and use less. I want to make room for others. I want to spread some kindness. I'm starting to sound like a Hallmark card. Okay, so this is my page, and I know that I want this one to fold over. So we're basically making like a little folio, right? Okay, so let's see here. I want this back to fold in. So hold on, let me think this through here. Do I want it? No, I want it. About yay, I think. Now, I'm making mine, again, I know y'all want dimensions, but my journal is a different size than yours. Like, even this journal to this journal, right? So, I'm eyeballing because I know I want a pocket here, and this pocket measures 3.5 inches. Let's see what this one measures. 3.5. Can you believe it? I'm just amazing. I'm teasing. I'm not amazing. Okay. So I've got this one here. And this is going to go. I'm using my existing page to know kind of where I'm at. And if that folded there, and then I've got one of these. Let's see. So I'll link to the video on these guys. These were fun to make. And I really enjoy using jumbo tags and whatever it is that I've used in projects as pieces in other projects, not just as ephemera. Because it makes it so interesting. Okay. So if we had this here, and I don't want to use that one. Let's take a look and see which one I would want to use. Either this, I kind of like this one. Let's try this one. Okay. Yeah, I think I like it. I'm going to bring it in a little bit. Hold on, make sure it fits. Got to bring it in a little more. See? Okay, let's try that. Yep, that fits in. Okay, so guys, all I did was folded this side in and this side in, right? But I made sure that this whole piece is not bigger than my journaling page. It's a little long, tiny bit long, but it's not wider, okay? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give that just a little love. Okay. Now, the only difference with this layout is this one isn't quite as long. I don't think that bothers me, but maybe we'll put something behind it just to give it some fun. Part of junk journaling, right, is solving problems. Well, not necessarily problems, but you know what I mean. Now, this one's going to open up this way. And this one opened up this way, but that doesn't really bother me. I think I can live with that. In fact, I always try to do pieces where they fold both ways because I'm right-handed. So I always want to make the focal point or the pretty stuff on the right side. So I try to force myself to sort of go the opposite way sometimes. Okay, so we have this. And this is going to be, so this is my last part of my signature here, and this will be the next part of the next signature. Okay, so we know this is going to be a pocket. Let's go ahead and let's do a divot, you know, for fun. Let me grab my circle punch because it's way over here. I usually have everything in a bowl right here, but like I said, I'm a little rusty. I think I'm going to put it down here. Just make a little divot to signify. And I think I'm going to do a little stenciling in the background here. Just a little, just to make it a little interesting. Let's do this. I mean, this is tea dyed. That's the thing. You do these tutorials and then you change it up a little. My arm's right in the way, isn't it? Let's flip that out. My poor husband. I'm like, I think I've got some things that I want for Christmas. He's like, shut up. It's August. Okay, so just a little something just to give it some interest. And let's distress this. I know that my tutorials are not super edited. And I'm not sure they ever will be, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not sure I'm that girl. I looked into it. I started playing around with it, and I was like, this does not bring me joy at all. This makes my head hurt and makes me dread making a video, and that is not what I'm here for. I'm here for connection and to enjoy the process and to share some ideas and just to do that. So, I'm not trying to sound snarky, but if that's what you're looking for, I might not be your girl. Okay, so I'm going to glue this one shut. I'm going to glue here and here. I'm going to put just a piece of paper just to give us a little tiny bit of, I call it ease, so that if I glue this completely down, it can be a little tricky getting stuff in and out, but if I put a piece of paper and glue it down, I get the tiniest bit of ease, and that makes me happy. I'm 40. Am I? Okay, I'm 48. See, I'm old enough to keep forgetting my age. I'll be 49, and I practice gratitude. I'm a nerd. I realized that I'm grateful for sort of being in this place in my life where I'm like, if it doesn't really bring me joy or happiness, I don't want to. Whether that's people or places or doing things. Now, we all, Alexa, volume down. We all have to do things we don't want to do. So I'm not saying that I'm never do things I want to do. But if it's an optional thing, not like, cooking dinner and doing dishes, I'm opting out. And I'm finding some freedom in choosing joy. Let me put it that way. Hopefully, I know I sound like a Hallmark card. I'm just trimming this down a tiny bit because mine is just ever so long. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. And let's see here. I should have done that before. I forgot. Someone asked me about making signatures and if I'd shared that. I don't think I did on this journal. I can do a little video on creating signatures. And on this journal, because I'm kind of putting it together as I go, I'm sort of just cutting down my pages as I go. I'll be honest, I'm not in love with cutting down. I can with the craft knife and the ruler and cutting all your pages at once, but it stresses me out. Okay, so we're going to do this here. And I got to tell you guys. So I bought this a while back. It's a Tim Holtz ephemera pack. Anytime I see these... Oh, Alexa off. I don't know what that alarm is for. Do y'all set so many alarms that you can't remember what each alarm is for? I'm pretty sure I'm dyeing paper next door. I'm pretty sure that's for dyeing paper. Okay, so if my page is, oh my God, I want that one. I like you. I like you. You're my friend. But I'm not going to use you here. Okay. Maybe just the butterfly. That looks a little like I just shoved it there, doesn't it? Let's try this one. Or, oh, see? I like you too. Alexa, volume down. I'm sorry, y'all. That sounds loud. Ooh, what do we think, guys? I think it covered. Okay, I think I'm just going to do this one. Just so it doesn't look like it's just sitting there. And maybe something small. We got a postage stamp. Okay, let me get this out of the way. I know, I usually try really hard to be mostly prepared, but then I go off on my little side notes. That works. Let's do that. Okay. Sometimes it's best not to overthink it. And I gotta remember to put all this stuff back in these packets, otherwise they all get mixed together and I can't find the size I want or the pack I want. So I try really hard to do that. I'm trying to be more organized as well. Okay, let me get these out of the way. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to add these just to extend this, which I think is actually going to be kind of fun. Okay. So all I'm doing here is gluing this on halfway, right? Here. Does that look like, okay, so let's do that. I think I wanted about yay. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Okay, make a little mark. I'm really, really enjoying this particular junk journal. I don't feel this way about all of my journals, but some of them I think, like, I'm like, ooh, I really like this one. Not that they're not all pretty, but some I like a little bit. Uh-oh, did I just do that on the wrong side? I did, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, we're going to switch. We'll use this one. I totally messed that up. See? We all messed stuff up. I need to be on this side. Good times. Okay. I hate it when I do stuff like that on camera. But at the same time, I mean, I do that stuff off camera, so best just to show you the truth, right? Okay, I think I want this to go just a tiny bit further. Okay. Try and make sure that's straight. I got paper dyeing next door. So, oh, see, it needs to go a little further. There we go. That looks good. Let's just make sure it's straight. There. Okay, that makes me happy. That works. And I think I just need a little more glue back there. Did you guys see the top of my head? Okay. Okay. And now I'm opening on the same side. Okay, and I'm going to pop. Oh, this green actually looks good. Should we do it that way? Hold on. And that way. Yeah. I wish that had more contrast though. Hold on. See, this is what happens to me. Everything starts mixing together. Let's do that. I'm just gonna leave it like this with the butterfly for now. I know it needs one more thing. And let's glue right there. Okay. Yeah, I like that a little better. What do y'all think? And I have all these little tags. Oh. There we go. Let's put that one on. There's my 3. Because I think this flower acts as one of them. Okay, there we go. Okay. So that part is done. And so now we have our flip, right? With our pocket here. Super easy. Nothing I do on this channel is going to... Okay, that's not true. Every once in a while, I come up with a groundbreaking idea. But it's like maybe twice a year. And honestly, the hardest part is that I feel like I'm always so busy that I don't have time to come up with... Okay. Okay, so this page is going to go here and this page is going to go here. And I'm going to do my double belly band real quick. And I've got my bag of, or my envelope of scrapbook papers. So anytime I cut off stuff like this, I throw it in my envelope. I'm looking for smaller pieces. Let's see what I got. Okay. I'm sure something in here will work. Okay, let's see. See what we got. And that one's underneath. Okay. And this just keeps all my really good scraps nice and tidy and neat for... Okay, so I've got... Let me get this out of the way. I feel like I'm a little rusty here, but I know y'all will forgive me. I think. I think you will. Okay, so we want our double belly band on this side. And I'm going to pick the 2 papers. I mean, I think I want to use this green. And what do we think? It's a little skinnier than my other one. I kind of like, oh. That one's kind of like them to be a hair wider. Oh, what do y'all think of that? I think I'm liking that. I'm going to pop all this back into my envelope. I'm pretty protective of my scrapbook paper scraps. I think because I love them. You know, like some of the images, well, when it comes to hoarding, I struggle not to sort of hoard some of my... so I made the decision to just stop. Okay, so I'm thinking here and there, because this sort of brings in that. Okay, that works for me. So let's, I know y'all know how to make a belly band, but maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. Okay, so here and here. And sometimes, to me, it's not even about... Oh, Lord, did I lose my mark? I did, didn't I? I do this all the time. Let's do this. I don't know why I do this all the time, but I do. I'm just cutting off this little corner that's a little banged up because I want a nice crisp corner. sometimes I just like to watch people to see how they lay things out. I mean, I don't feel like most of this is, I don't think I often, let me put it that way, see anything like brand new, like a technique or a, sometimes I do, but it's a series of folds and pockets and tucks creating pages. And sometimes it's just seeing how people use those elements and you go, oh, I didn't think to do that element that way. I like that idea. Which is what, you know, where the newness comes from. I don't know if I'm making sense. Okay, so that one and that one. Huh. Okay. So I'm going to ink this one real quick. I'm using Vintage Photo. It's my favorite. I want to get some scorched timber. But like I said, I did, I have been buying some things, but you know what I've been trying to do? Well, I've shopped the sales at Hobby Lobby because some stuff I use faster than I can find it. Like 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. But I'll say this. Whatever you're looking for will eventually be in a thrift shop or a secondhand shop or, yeah. And sometimes I find things like scrapbook paper that I'm like, I would buy this brand new and I'll Google, like I'll reverse image search it and it's gone. They don't make it anymore, obviously, because they changed the patterns up a lot. But then I feel like extra lucky that I found it. Like I'm like, oh, can't even get this if I wanted to buy it in the shops. But I'm really challenging myself to try and find things used if I can. The other thing is, I find that I start thinking about something and like 2 weeks later I'll find it. Which, not all the time, but a lot of times it's like, I'll be like, I wish I could find this. And then I find it. Okay, so I am going to, I glue my belly bands a little wider. So I go maybe, what is that? Yeah, about a 1/2 inch on the top and a 1/2 inch on the bottom. Because I feel like if they're just glued a tiny bit, it's just, I want them to have some, I don't know. Okay. Right there. Get my napkin. Okay. And let's put this one on next. What do you guys think of, like, I kind of thought it might be fun. I'm going to offset this one a little. I thought that's kind of fun. Let's give it a try. Let's just do it. We have had, I think I mentioned this before, so much rain that it's giving me PTSD from Helene when we had the flooding last September. Was it September? I think it was the 3rd week of September. I've been, I'll tell you, a little on pins and needles when it rains for days and days and days. Okay, so there's my double belly band. Y'all know how to do that. But if you don't, there it is, right? And I want to do a collage like I did on this one. So let's just, I've got some little piece of lace here. Let's see what we can do real quick. Real quick. And I've got, well, so that page is going to be there. Let's see. Oh, you're pretty. Huh. And I'm going to do it at the bottom because I wanted a collage on it, but I don't want to interfere too much with that belly band. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Stop saying you're sorry. It's a really bad habit that I struggle with. And when I'm watching my videos, that's when I hear it. Me saying it over and over and over again. You know what? Do we have, I have more of this. Let's see this. Because I just love this stuff. I gotta tell you, I really, really love it. And I love it when some of the paper sticks to it. I know. I am a true nerd. I really am. And that is okay. I always tell my daughter, we have this kind of joke. That I'm weird, but only the best people are. I don't like that one. But I do like that. Okay. So there's just a little something on this belly band. So when I tuck my stuff back there, let's see. I've been cutting up some papers here. This isn't what I'd put back there, but let's just see. I feel like it feels finished. And that, it's just sweet. It's just sweet. Take these out. This is one of the scrapbook books that I found at Goodwill Outlet. I'm going to do a little video and show you guys some of the things I found. I feel like so excited when I found some stamps, rubber stamps, some scrapbook paper, and I got a whole bunch of stuff for like $4. I tease with the guy who runs the cash register that if I wait long enough, I'll even find my own stuff there. Stuff I've donated. Lord. Okay. I'm going to pop this here. Okay. And pop that there. How did we have this? That. Oh. Okay. I got all quiet, didn't I? Okay. And then this one here. Okay. Just a little something. Okay, last thing that, well, actually we have a few more things to do. So on this side, I added my paper, and that paper is so pretty, but that is what I did, and I'm going to do it again. I've got some papers that I've dyed. See if I have anything super pretty. There's an eco print. I like that. Let's do this. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Okay. So I need this to be, I'm going to get this out of the way. I need this to be the same size. Here. So let's just measure that. Okay. Oh, let's make sure it's straight. I have to start doing my tax paperwork today, which I am not excited about. Gotta do all my receipts and... Okay. Things I do not love to do. Okay. So... that's gonna go there, and then that'll be my next page. Yep. Okay. Around these corners. Wow, this video is getting long. I'm not doing my usual, well, I've been trying to be, like, faster. Okay. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. Do you like it when I talk really fast? Or do you prefer it like this? Because I don't know. I prefer it like this, but I know everyone's in a big hurry. We're all in a big hurry. Which is why I wanted to do sort of a, oh. Shoot. You know what? Hold on. My God, Delise, what are you doing? I am doing it again. So, I'm sorry, guys. I am sorry. I will stop thinking and start working. Okay, let's do this one. I need a pocket. I need it to be a pocket. Okay, so we're only doing the 3. Oh, that one's kind of grungy, huh? I don't want to cover that up. I'll cover that one up. You know what? Let's just do it this way. Okay. Here. Okay. And here. Come on, Delias. You can do this. Do you find that way? Like, when you take a break from something, it takes you a hot minute to get back into it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Crisis averted. And we'll just trim this off. I use my paper trimmer for trimming as often as possible. Okay. There we go. Cut those out. This page does not take as long as I am taking. I have made several mistakes, as y'all have seen. Probably because I'm thinking about taxes. Don't think about taxes. Okay, so if this is my journal, and this one goes here, let's pop it in here. Okay, so there's that page, and this is the page for the next signature. So let's pop this one in. Okay, and now, do y'all want me to show this to you? So I just used, I always forget the dimensions of these. I don't know why I use them so much. You'd think I'd remember. 6 by 4. Okay. So I would create something to go in there. And I would use one of these little guys, the whale tag. I put a charm on it. Not in love with any of those, but I think, you know what I think we're going to do? I think we're going to stop here, and I'm going to do this as a 15-minute project. I'm going to do it in the next video. I'll link it to here. But you guys see, it's an 8x5 index card is what I put to fit in here. But obviously, you can put whatever you want, right? And then on my page, I decorated just a little, you know, just a little something, something. I'm not sure you guys want me to do all of that with you, but I'll walk you through it. So, this one's like a rubber. I did some stamping, some washi tape, a little washi sticker. That's just a piece of torn paper for a corner tuck, right? And then some stenciling. If y'all want me, well, if you're curious to see sort of decorating like that, I'll put it in the link below. My last journal series, I went through almost every page decorating it with y'all. But I think if we're going to do stuff like that, we'll do that as sort of a like, just hang out and craft with me video. Because some people are coming just to see a technique. Some people like to hear me talk. Okay, nobody wants to hear me talk. But everyone's coming here for a different reason. So this is just sort of a like, get the interactive pieces going. That's what this video series is about. And then I show you some of my decorating. But, okay. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like and subscribe. You know, if you want to be notified of new videos, hit the bell thing. And then, my intention is every Thursday to have one of these sorts of videos posted. And post other sort of videos along the way. Enjoy your day. Thanks, guys. Bye.